Hello and welcome everyone again into another video. In today's video, I will share a fantasy cup team where I went 23-2. I only lost 2 games with this team, and sadly those 2 games ruined like a 25 streak for me. One of those games were like a depressing game where like the game didn't work and I get denied, and I think the opponent also like I get denied, and then there was a frame drop which led to the opponent getting an entire incinerate or something. So basically it's like it's supposed to be 24-1. The team is pretty solid, and I didn't plan to make a video about it because I was like planning to use it more before making the video about it. But I think there might be okay, to be fair, I saw Home Slice Henry also posting a video about the team, so I was like, okay, there is no reason for me to make another video about this team. I think someone posted also another success with this team. I did not copy, but I guess we both came to the same team, as because this team is just too good in the Fantasy Cup. And I'm going to Toronto to play Toronto Regionals, so there isn't that much content I can post nowadays. So this is until I come back, I guess. There might be another video or two, but yeah, I'm trying like to rush and post as much as possible, because there will be 3 or 4 days where I won't be posting anything. So what is the team, and what is the unique thing about the team? The unique thing about this team is that after A slash get an Ice Punch buff, you no longer care if the A slash is shadow or not. In fact, it's better now to run the non-shadow, because non-shadow doesn't care about shielding into the Azu matchup. Yes, you lose, but now in the past you have to run the shadow because the shadow needed for like the extra powder snow damage, but the non-shadow now lives an earthquake from Clodsire, and in the mirror you don't die to the drill run. So there's like a multiple situations where the non-shadow is better. So I was like, okay, let's just run the non-shadow, and basically this team, we just 2-shield our Dragapult in the back. If you don't have a Dragapult, you can just run Giratina Origin, but I'm assuming getting a Dragapult is much easier than Giratina Origin in the Great League. Let's just go and show the team, and we will be able to talk about through the video instead of just yapping here. So first game, opponent is leading Weezing. So this is one of the best things about Sandslash. It's one of the most neutral leads where it does not lose the lead hard to pretty much anything. Like anything they lead, as long as it's not Turtonator, you can play it out. And you can see they threw up my opponent threw an overheat, and then they swapped out. So I'm just like, okay, let's a drill run. What's the reason behind throwing a drill run here? Is because I want to chip Azu, because if I go to my Azu instantly, I lose the swap, but I can just chip the Azu. And now they need to throw 3 player-ups. I need to only throw 2 player-ups because I chipped them, and they aren't on energy lead, because remember the 2 bubbles they got, I chipped them with a drill run worth of energy. And you can see that I should survive the next one, and I'm going to outpace to 2 moves for the outpace to 2 moves here. So expect the opponent to catch at one point. Let's see what they do here. I should live the player off. Now my player off should be able to KO. Opponent was trying to sneak in a catch, but I was like, okay, no, you're not catching anything, because I am watching for that. So they brought in the single ladies, or the Charlie's Theron. What do you guys call the Alola and Duck trios? Because they remind me of the single lady clip from Beyonce. It's like, I call them the single ladies, like, because like they keep dancing and jumping, like, no, why shaking their head? Now they bring in the Azu, and the Dragapult should finish everything all the way, just astonishing everything down. Next game, we have A slash into Azu. This is pretty neutral lead. So the way you're gonna see me playing it is like I throw on 7, and then do 1 to 2, do 3, then catch. I'm assuming this is a play rough, because they needed 1 more bubble for the Hydro Pump. So I'm just going to throw another one, and at this point I need to swap out and save this Sandslash, because my Azu has 1 job, which is baiting out the Fairy. The Fairy Poison, or the Steel. I mean, Dragapult does not care about the Steel, but my plan is keep chipping their team, and once everything is at low health, that's where like a Dragapult will come in and farm everything down. Like, just watch. This is supposed to be a bad matchup, right? But Melmetal is just so bad that look how much they took damage just from the bubble. So I'm just going to go to my own Steel, and I miscounted there. I forget it's 4. So I had to shield to throw this charge move. So did I shield? Wait, I don't think I did. I think I did shield once. So now, at this point, I don't care to shield. And there is nothing in this game that can beat a Dragapult at this point. I can literally even no shield here and beat everything. Except like something like a Primarina. Well, I'm going to farm them down. Now, even if they have Primarina, I should be good. So we can farm the Azu all the way down. And now they brought in a Dragonair. I have 2 moves. I think I made a mistake. I should not be doing 1 Dragon Breath, 1 Dragon Tail. So that was technically a game where I made a mistake. I should just instantly throw the Breaking Swipe. Next game, another Azu. So again, how do I play the Azu? I throw on 7, and then I do 3 and go to Azu. If they have Hydro Pump where they throw it, I will catch it on Azu. As you can see, I did 3, then I swapped. So if they have Hydro, this should be a Hydro. As you can see, this is a Hydro. We caught the Hydro. I think that was a huge catch that the opponent knew that there is no way they can come back from. Next game. A Sandslash wins the 0 and the 1. Caesar wins the 2 because the Bullet Punch damage just add up insanely fast. And as you can see, I don't care to shield because I get outpaced. If you get outpaced, you don't play the 2. That's how you know that you lose the 2. So what do I do here? I don't mind shielding, to be honest, because I can just grab a shield. But I was like, I can just go Azu, shield the Trailblaze, and then bubble them all the way down. I think opponents should have baited there, but most likely, what if I no shield, they just lose the game. And they have a Tapu Fini. This is a bit annoying because I have to wait until they throw, and they made a big catch. So they caught on their Carbink, and this matchup now is extremely difficult for me. I have to throw on 5, but I don't get it on 5, so I have to throw on 7. And this Shadow Ball, if landed, I can win the game, but it wasn't landed, and you can see that they shielded as well. So I'm in a difficult situation now that I have to insta-throw for one simple reason, which is I need them to throw their energy as soon as possible. I tried to chip, and the chip wasn't enough. I was like, maybe we chip and then farm down, and now they get to the Moonblast. So if I go for the play rough, I get outpaced. So all I need to do is just to get to the Ice Beam and then throw it. If this Ice Beam KOs, I win. If this Ice Beam doesn't KO, I don't win. And it does KO, so I win the game. I think if they have Azu, it would have been more difficult. But if they had Azu, they would have no pressure. So they lead Azu again. So we throw in 7, the Drill Run. And then you do 3, and then you catch. Because that's when they get to the Hydro. And you can see we get the catch. Usually when they throw in 7, it's Hydro. And yeah, right there, it's the Hydro. I think opponent will overfarm here and then go to their counter. And they have a Pistidon. So this is a bit annoying, to be honest, as I'm not planning to see Bastidon in a cup that's dominated by A-Slash, Empoleon, and the ground type like Flygon, like Single Ladies, the Alolan Dug Trio. So since they threw the charge move early, I can just swap out and throw my energy and take out this Basti, but they decided to shield. And now I'm like, they did not even build up, but I'm going to shield just because I want to preserve some health, and I can overfarm massively. So we overfarmed here. And then they were able to get to the move, but we know that this is Ice Beam, so I don't care to shield. And then we farm down, and then they bring in their own A-Slash. So I am in a difficult situation. If I have Shadow A-Slash, I would have lost the game. So now my play is literally get to a charge move, otherwise we lose. And we get to the charge move, we throw it, and now we can just go Azu, pressure them to throw their energy because they can't Shadow Claw me down. Something about A-Slash. A-Slash is a bit tanky Pokemon. So what's the play now? I have to shield. I think I need to farm it down. And look how amazing Astonish is. It's just the best fast move right now. Astonish and Mud Slap are just incredibly strong fast moves. And we get to win the game. Moving on to the next game, A-Slash into Giratina. So this is actually not as good as you may think. But overall, we should win this because we outpaced them. And I think that non-shadow... Okay, they decide... I did not know that they win the 0. So... I am going to shield this because when they shield, they don't bait. And I'm actually happy that I shielded because I don't have a way to chip the Skarmory without taking so much damage. Because like Azu is not a Skarmory counter. Azu in fact lose to Skarmory. It's pretty much the only neutral matchup that Azu lose. And the Dragapult also takes so much damage from the Steel Wing. And if you see me playing this team, my wins has always been Dragapult farming down stuff, then winning the game. And if you can see that they are pretty healthy, and they aren't even in farm down range. So that wasn't supposed to happen. I did not throw on CMP, I threw on good timing, but the game lagged for one turn and it ended up being an alignment. So opponent tried to catch, I'm going to swap, and now the play is simple. I need to build up to the Shadow Ball and bait, because we do need to get a Breaking Swipe debuff. If we get a Breaking Swipe debuff, we win. If we don't get a Breaking Swipe debuff, we lose the game. And we get the Breaking Swipe debuff, so I can just now go straight to Breaking Swipe, because now, believe it or not, Ice Beam does not KO. So if they make a mistake and throw the Ice Beam, it doesn't KO. So let's watch. They throw the Ice Beam and it doesn't KO. I now can just go to my own Azu. And now their play rough doesn't even KO my Azu, because they are double debuff. My Ice Beam, though, can KO them. So guys, that's what some people lack the knowledge of, which is whenever they get debuff, they don't know how much their energy do. Garchomp. I found out that this team is actually soft to Garchomp, because Garchomp outpace everything here. I'm not going to shield the first one because Sandtomb doesn't do that much damage, but I'm taking super effective mud shots and they are actually doing lots of damage, as you can see. This is where I wish to have Powder Snow, but to be honest, Shadow Claw is just better in this cup. So after throwing this charge move, there is no reason for me to stay in here because I will just get farmed down. So I'm just going to swap out and hopefully we bait out something that we want to get away from the Dragapult. And they bring in Registeel. I would like to see the Registeel on the Dragapult, because Dragapult just destroys everything about Regi. Completely wall it unless they have flash cannon, and I'm now stuck against a Regi where all I need to do is just throw as much energy as possible. So I don't want to be in this situation. Remember that Registeel sucks at one thing, which is you cannot stack energy. So now I can simply swap and get to the move and get to throw the move. If they decide to overfarm, they let go of it. So what's the play now? Go to Dragapult and farm them down. And play they don't get to a charge move. They did get to a charge move, so now we are in this iffy situation. Turns out that they have Azu, and Azu does not beat the Dragapult up a shield, up energy, because I have so much energy and I have a shield. I'm going to try for the catch, but my switch wasn't up, so I wasn't able to get to the catch. They bring in the Registeel, and I swapped, and I'm going to throw the Ice Beam here. I think I have a Breaking Swipe. I should have let them take me out there, but I did not have faith. So they are at 2. I have to commit for the Shadow Ball because Breaking Swipe doesn't do it. And I think this was, they either just get to the move or they are one short. And that was a nice game. Okay, next one. They swap into Fire Fang Mawile. If they go to Mawile is a bit annoying for the team because you have to see the fast move. If they are Fairy Wind, A/slash destroys them. If they are Fire Fang, you can just swap out. If they are in the lead, you go to Azu. If they switch in Mawile and it's Fire Fang, you go to Dragapult, because you can see you can just literally shield and farm all the way down. And you would leave with lots of health, as you can see. So what do we do now? Well, we're just gonna keep throwing these Shadow Balls, and then we're just gonna get to our A/slash, because if that's really Dragapult answer, that means they don't have an answer. So I might as well just save it. And we get to the move here. I think that was supposed to be good timing, but I'm assuming that the opponent started tapping late, and they did not tap the move, the fast move, when they were supposed to. So they have Flamethrower, they don't have Overheat, so this is not a threatening, or they don't have Flash Cannon, sorry. And we can just bubble them all the way down. Turtonator does have the potential to be one of the greatest Pokemons in GBL if they give it a Dragon Claw, Breaking Swipe, any 35 energy move. But Niantic doesn't seem that they want to. So maybe one day we'll get to see a Turtonator with Breaking Swipe or the Dragon Claw, because that thing would be the better Talonflame, the much better Talonflame, in fact. And we can just bubble them all the way down. I think I'm trolling my opponent here when I decide to throw this charge move, because there was no reason to. And yeah, we win the game. Next game, we see a Salamence. If you see a Salamence, you know that it's a Fire Fang Salamence. And it's actually a code breaker to the entire team, so I have to swap out to Dragapult. And as you can see, it's in fact a great counter to the team. I let this move go here because I'm like, maybe we live the seed bomb, but we didn't. So what's the play? The play is basically I have to no shield here, hoping it's not Moonblast. It is Moonblast. So I can do like 4 and then throw. This Ice Punch will take them out, and then I have to switch out. I would like to get to the last shield, to be honest, but... opponent actually made a mistake here by bringing in Azu. I think they should have just bring in Salamence. And as you can see, they tried to bring in Salamence to snipe my A-Slash, but I was aware and I did not throw my energy. So what's the play now? Well, I'm just going to double shield here because Fly does more than Play Rough. So this is where you shield because this is the one that does the most amount of damage. I threw in good timing here. I'm hoping that they don't get they don't shield because, to be honest, their Salamence does more damage than their Azu. I don't know why they no shielded there. And now they have 2 shields. I don't have a shield, but I might be able to catch or finish the game later with A-Slash. So we're going to throw the Play Rough here, and they did not use the shield. I swapped to get the catch. They were forced eventually to throw, and now I can just bubble them down, and I should live this charge move. I should live a Play Rough. And we win the game. Just as simple as that. And that was another 5-0. I went overall 23 and 2. It should have been 24 and 1. Only 1 loss because I lagged for the game horribly. And yeah, that's the team, and you guys feel free to use it. And more importantly, let me know how did you go with it. Thank you so much for watching, and shout out to Homeslice Henry for also making a video about the team. I think Homeslice Henry made a video about this team way before I used it, okay? Just to be more accurate. But hey, the team is great. And if you don't have a Dragapult, you can use the second evolution. The second evolution, although, does not have Breaking Swipe, which is actually a problem. It has better stats, though. I need other replacement. I think if you have a Klefki isn't actually bad. It's one of those sleeper Pokemon that people don't use, but it's actually good. Just people need to, they need to know how to use them. Thank you so much, everyone, for watching, and thank you so much for making it until here. If you like the video, make sure to leave a like if you're new to the channel. Make sure to subscribe, and I will catch you all in the next video. Peace.